All right, how's everyone doing out there in YouTube land? Right now, I have got the strings off of George's guitar, and I know a lot of people will sit there and say that you can leave your tension on the strings, snip the strings, while they're still in tune. I don't care for doing that, and the reason being is that that string can, even if you hold it, it could possibly slip out of your hand and scratch your finish on your guitar. Especially, like, I don't like cutting it down here. I like to cut them up here, loosen the tension, hold them, and snip. And this way, as I'm holding them, they're not going to escape out of my hand because they're under pressure or scratch up the finish on this guitar. So strings are gone, removed. I kind of like this Bigsby. I never messed with anything that had a Bigsby before, but I kind of like how they have these pins here that the strings go on, and yeah, it's kind of nice. So what I want to do today is focus on this neck a little bit. I want to check the truss rod, make sure that works. I want to make sure that the neck is not bowed in either direction, that it's nice and flat. And I also want to make sure there's no twist in the neck. And I want to check these frets with the rocker to make sure that they're all still good and they're not kind of wavy or anything. The fret ends on this thing are not bad at all. They're not sharp. I kind of like it. I do want to remove this pickup here and kind of clean the white residue that is around the edge of here. I want to give this top a real good polish. And then I also have to remove this pickup to remove the ring that is around this pickup and glue that up and get it fixed because it is split over here. I don't think it's split over here. I think what happened is either expansion, contraction of the wood, or possibly someone tightened this down pretty tight, because I do see the plastic is kind of like being pulled in like this over here. Also with this one too, looks like with the light I could see it. Maybe it was tightened too tight, and that's how that split. These don't have to be torqued down, okay? Now, I don't know if that was done by the factory or what, but I will end up fixing that. Now, I do have a new bridge coming, and this bridge here, this has got the wire going across it. The new bridge will not have the wire going across it, and I will be sending this back home with George. Okay, these posts here. One of the things I want to check with these posts, now this is kind of like the Gibson style where it's a threaded rod, but I do want to check these posts to see if they are 4mm, because the new bridge has a 4mm hole, and it says with certain Gibsons that are 4mm, I'm able to use, make sure this is zeroed out, put this on millimeters. Yep, that is 4mm. That's great. So it sounds like I could still use, turn that back off, these same posts or the new posts for the new bridge. Now what I have is a 2-pneumatic bridge that's coming, but instead of having the blades for the saddles, this will have the rollers for saddles in gold. So I can see here some residue over here. No cracking or anything going on over here, that's also a good sign. There's some little bit of it's like there's a sticker residue or something over here. I'm going to have to take that off with maybe a little bit of Goo Gone, or is it coming off? No, it came off. All right, so that's done. All right, so this neck, kind of like take a little bit of a look at it and see what's going on with it. All right, that truss rod is pretty much buried in there. Shit. So let me get my straight edge. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, this neck has got a little bit of a bow in there. That's going to be a 4mm, I know that. So let me get my little toolkit out. Let's see, this is my 4mm. Yes, it is. I want to straighten this neck out. Okay, next seems to be the truss rod seems to be working. Getting more of a backbone in it. Alright, so that looks pretty much nice and flat. See if I can see anything from the back of it. A little bit, so I gotta tweak it a little bit. I'll tweak it a little bit more. Right back, because there's a little bit of a rock in it. Back a little bit more. Alright, that looks good to me. Alright, let's see what these frets are like. A little bit of rocking on some of these frets. And check these guys again. So that center is a little bit high, and it's a little bit high on the high E side. But on the low E side, it's fine. So I'm wondering if I could just tap that down a little bit. Let's see here. A little bit of a mallet here. See if I can kind of like tap that down a little bit. Seeing somebody do this on YouTube. Voila. Oh, a little bit on this side. A little bit more on that side. Oh, nice. 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 This one here. This one right here has got to go down all the way down. Okay, middle's good. It's just the ends. Better. Good. Good. This side here is a little bit up. A little bit more. Good. And the nice thing about it too is when I go to the next one, you would think if I push that down too far, you would be hearing a click when I move this, and it's not. So that's a good sign. All right, this one here. All right, the center of this one is up a little bit high. Okay. All right, this one here a whole fret on that one there. Alright, that's good now. This one here, oh, I just didn't have it on there right. This one here is a little bit in the center. Nice. This one's got a little bit on the side. Beautiful. Alright, everybody's good now. That's it. I don't have to do a fret leveling. Just had to kind of put those guys back in their seats a little bit. It looks like they might have popped up a little bit throughout time. I know this is not a brand new guitar. It's quite a few years old. I don't like using a metal mallet on these guys. That's a plastic mallet. It's hard, but not as hard as a metal or steel hammer would be. All right, so that's okay. Neck is fine as far as not being twisted or anything. Now that I move the, I'm still where I want to be. And let's see here. I know I had a small flashlight in here. Where did it go? Interesting. My flashlight has gone bye-bye. Sorry, I should be able to see a gap between here, and I don't see any gaps anywhere. Even when I tilt it on an angle and make that edge thin over here, I still cannot see through that. Now, I didn't jerry rig this neck. All right, I've watched plenty of YouTubers who have kind of went through the neck, found a couple of frets here and there that are just like a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit on the rocky side, and take a mallet and kind of push them back in their seats, and everything was fine. So that's basically what I did with this. So what I want to do is kind of I want to start working on these controls and putting them back in place, but I'm going to need to remove these guys first. Let me see what I got in this control bag for everything that's inside here. Let me get this out of the way. I don't want you to turn. I want you to kind of go sideways. Thank you very much. So we got the controls. Three-way switch. What's this? What's a thumb drive doing in here? What the hell is this? Thumb drive. Let's see what's on the thumb drive. Alright, so we're at the computer. Let's see what's on this thumb drive now. I'll plug this thing in. What the hell, George? A letter to Eric, MP4.
Oh, Eric, let me count the ways.
George, you're nuts. I really don't think so. When I meant a love letter, I just kind of was thinking more of information or something about what you wanted done or any specialty things, but I didn't mean an actual love letter. Oh boy.
Oh, Eric, let me count the ways. 1, 2.
All right, George, you're nuts. I'll just have a little humor in things, I guess, so it's not so boring. But anyways, still have a few more things to do on this neck before I can call that part done. Polish the frets, oil the fretboard. I'm not going to put the truss rod cover back on just yet. It'll be done during the final setup. polish up the headstock, make sure the screws are snug up on the back of the tuners, make sure that's all taken care of. And that portion of the guitar would be pretty much done. Next video, I'm going to be removing the pickups, cleaning around the pickups and putting them back in, fixing up the riser ring that is on the bridge pickup. Hopefully I have the bridge by then, and get the electronics back into this guitar. That's going to be fun, especially through the F-holes. So that'll be the next video. I've been tossing around a little bit of a thing that I want to do. I've been wanting to possibly make some t-shirts to promote my YouTube channel. And kind of shared it with a few guys or a few people on the community chat or community thing on the YouTube. And so this is what the front is going to look like. And this is what the back is going to look like. So tell me what you guys think. Should I go ahead and have some of these printed up, or what? I know I'll wear the t-shirt when I'm working on guitars or doing whatever on YouTube. Maybe possibly sell some shirts, I don't know, or just give some shirts away, I don't care. But anyways, just an idea that I was tossing around. So that's about it. Remember, folks, don't lick a fire hydrant. And I will catch up with all you all later.